All right, so now that I have seen Developer Direct 26 from Xbox, and I think it's safe to say, after watching Developer Direct 26 from yesterday, I think it's safe to say clearly that Xbox direction right now, it's mainly focused on their service. And you can see that. They're just trying to push the whole Xbox model of service business, kind of like Netflix. And you can see that contrast similarities between the Netflix and Xbox. It's almost like Xbox, it's taking everything from the Netflix playbook and it's putting it as a gaming platform. So think of it like what Netflix is for the movies and TV shows, it's what Xbox is for the video games, meaning Game Pass. Now, what really works for them is the fact that they're making money both ways. On one hand, they're making money from the Game Pass and they're giving you the option, hey, if you want to play Forza Horizon 6, well, you can play it for $30, right? Just pay $30 a month. Or if you're doing what I'm doing, go to CD Keys and only pay $10 for a 1 month subscription, right? So they're giving you the option on how you want to play. And now, that's a choice, right? People will make a choice. Some people say, well, I want to own Forza Horizon 6. I don't want to just depend on a subscription. And I totally understand that as well. Some people will say, well, I want to play it on the PlayStation because I'm on that ecosystem. That works as well. You see, but for Microsoft, it works both ways. Whether you choose to subscribe to a Game Pass and play it through Game Pass, or whether you choose to buy it just right out of the gate, or whether you choose to play it on a PlayStation, they don't really care which way you go as long as you purchase their product. So they're mainly focused on the business. And I think that's well established now. I think that's very clear. I think we can all just kind of just take that in consideration. This is what Xbox is in 2026 and beyond. People need to stop with this whole, Xbox fanboy. I'm an Xbox fanboy. What? What are you a fanboy of? What? A console? Well, if you want to, you can be a fanboy of a console, but just remember, your console is just another form of hardware that you can play these games. You don't necessarily need the Xbox Series X to play all these games. If you have a, decently, powerful enough PC, then you really don't need that Xbox Series X or S. Think of Xbox as just an option, like the Series X and S is just an option if you want it. If you are on that ecosystem of Xbox and you just want it, well, you can have it. But as far as Xbox brand is a brand, this is something that we have to understand. It's not a console brand anymore. I think that's already established. I think we can all rest easy. We can all just relax and just take consideration the fact that Xbox, it's not a console brand anymore. It's over. All right. We all need to kind of like take that in, consideration. This is it. This is the way the Microsoft is running their business. This is who they are. Either you like it or you don't. They don't really care. They're in to make money, and they're going to make money one way or the other. Whether you purchase their games on PlayStation or PC, or whether you subscribe to Game Pass or don't subscribe, it doesn't really matter. They're not desperate. It works for them. It's a basically, long story short, so that way I don't waste your time too much on this segment. It's a win-win situation for them. Does it suck for some of us? Yes, you could say that it sucks for some of us. Because not all of us can afford $30 a month. It's too expensive, right? Some of us, don't have that kind of luxury to pay $30 a month or $360 a year. For some of us, poor schmucks, yeah, it sucks, okay? But for the company, for the Microsoft in general, oh yeah, they're going to get a lot of revenue. They're going to make a lot of money. That's guaranteed. Especially with the games like Forza Horizon 6 and Fable coming up, and that Beast reincarnation. Oh yeah, they're certainly going to get their money's worth. So, so I don't want to waste your time too much on this. I just want to kind of put it out there, clear the air. Xbox, it's a business company. They're in to make money. They're not in to really like give you what you want, because it's a win-win situation for them. It really works out. It's a win-win situation for them. Okay, they're not in it to satisfy us. So when I say, if you want to be an Xbox fanboy, you can be. No one's stopping you from being an Xbox fanboy, but just understand what you're a fanboy of. You're a fanboy of a corporation that only cares about making money. They don't care about giving you what you want. If you're a fanboy of a company that's giving you what you want and it's satisfying you and it's doing it right by you, then you can say, all right, hey, I'm proud to be a fanboy of this brand because they're doing it right. So let's just clear that out of the way. They're all about the money. It's a win-win situation for them. They don't really care what we think. They're gonna make money on a Game Pass. They're gonna make money on selling their games everywhere. Pretty soon, Nintendo Switch 2, they'll be selling their Indiana Jones and many other games. So Microsoft is making money on all sides, on all fronts. So it's a win-win situation for them. They don't really care. All right, what we think. They don't really care if you cancel your service or if you subscribe or if you don't ever subscribe to their service or just buy their games. It's a win-win situation. Now, me getting that out of the way in 7 minutes, hopefully this is explained to everyone who is thinking about purchasing an Xbox Series X. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. All right. I just want to clear that out. So it's the air is cleared. So there shouldn't be any confusion. So then what's good about Xbox? Well, let's talk about what they are doing good that's, in my opinion, a little bit beneficial. Now, if you're somebody like me who doesn't buy that many games simply because I cannot. I don't mind purchasing games and owning games, okay? I love to collect games. I love to own games. But currently I cannot do that because of my, financial situation. I'm not able to do that. So, or for someone maybe like you who has family, kids, and you just can't afford to be buying games, okay? You can't do that because you have responsibilities, etc., etc. Family, kids, right? So if you're somebody like me or you, right, who has responsibilities, or somebody like me who's in a financial turmoil, struggling, then this could come a little bit beneficial if you want to play games. I already talked about the fact that I don't pay $30 a month for Game Pass. I go to CD Keys and I purchase these dirt cheap $10 1 month subscription for Game Pass. What does that mean? Well, that means when for Forza Horizon 6 comes out, I'll just go to CD Keys and purchase a 1 month subscription for Forza Horizon 6 for $10, and I'll get to play Forza Horizon 6 and all the other games for $10. So that's a benefit to me. For only $10, I have access to Forza Horizon 6 and all these other games. They're on the Game Pass, right? So I get to enjoy all that quality within the Game Pass. Recently you saw me play the Crew Motorfrost, Motorfest. I'm sorry, Frost. It's a winter's already here, man. It's a huge winter storm coming as we speak. But the Crew Motorfest. I'm sorry. I've been playing the Crew Motorfest yesterday, and many other games. And so for a guy like me or for a guy like you who cannot afford to be buying video games, this comes in handy. This really is beneficial to be able to access these games and play these games without paying $70. Like Star Wars Outlaws, if you want to purchase this, it's $70, right? Well, for $10, I get to play this. I get to play the Crew Motorfest. I get to play, all the other games that they have. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I get to play Battlefield 2042. I get to play all the other, games that they have included. I get to play Forza Motorsport, Halo, Infinite, and many others, right? Microsoft Flight Simulator, list goes on and on and on. And to me, that's a benefit that you can have with Xbox Game Pass. That's something that I believe for people who are not a hardcore gamers, right? And you're just like a casual gamer, and once in a while you want to play certain games. Well, these games, obviously, they're available, are good quality games, and you can play them. Even Starfield, it's a good quality game. All of these games that they're in here are beneficial, And like I said, you can do it for $10 and have access to these games. And then after that 1 month, if you feel like, man, I want to continue playing some more, well, then you pay another $10 and you can have like 2 months access of both of these, games that I was talking about. Let's say Forza Horizon 6 and Fable. Let's say in October, when they release the Fable, you'll be able to play both Forza Horizon 6 and Fable, both of these games, for, the price of $10. And then if you want to extend it for another $10, you can have it, for 2 months, which is $20. So think about it. If you go through CD Keys route, if you go to CD Keys and you purchase a $10 membership, let's say you purchase a $20 membership for 2 months from CD Keys, then you can have 2 months access of Game Pass, and you can play Fable, Forza Horizon 6, you can play Beast Reincarnation, you can play all these games that are available, right? So there is a value there, in my opinion, right? If you take that route. Now, if you're paying $30 a month, well then, obviously that's no good. Because, for 2 months, that's already $60. So you might as well just buy a game, right? If you're going to be paying that kind of cash. So that's the way I look at it. That's my whole approach on the Xbox Game Pass. What I'm trying to say, I take the bad with the good and good with the bad. And in this case, the bad is, sure, it's expensive, $30 a month, but the good is there is the way to work around that to get the Game Pass a little bit cheaper, right, through the CD Keys. And like I said, if you're not somebody who's collecting games, who's not purchasing games, there's certainly a benefit in Game Pass, in my opinion, that will give you the access to these games. And you remember, you can always pause it. You don't have to have your subscription running all the time. I only buy a subscription of Game Pass when I think there's a reason for me. Like, I might pause it again and then come back in May, because May 19th they have Forza Horizon 6, and then I'll say, okay, well, now it's time for me to jump into Game Pass and check it out. Check out the Forza Horizon 6 for 1 month. We'll see how the game is, and then within 1 month it'll give me a pretty good idea how Forza Horizon 6 is, or if it's something I want to continue playing, or maybe in the future buy it, right, if I really love it that much. So, like I said, I take the bad with the good and good with the bad. And I try to find a silver lining. It's basically what I'm trying to say. So this case, the way I look at it, it's not perfect. Look, I'll just say this. I was among the very first one. Well, among the very first ones to like make a video and show you that I canceled my Game Pass when they raised the price to $30 a month. I was against it, and I did cancel it. I did. I mean, I made a video. It's there. You can look. You can look at it. It was from last year. You know, so I don't just talk to talk. I walk the walk. I can back up what I say. I can back up everything I say because I have credibility. But having said that, now that I understand what this company it's all about, now that I understand what their business business agenda is, what their business objective, or for the lack of the better word, agenda is, their agenda is to make money, to make as much money as possible. But you also have to remember they lost a lot of money. Trying to get the acquisition on the Activision of billions and billions of dollars. They had to go through court. I think they had to go to Europe to fight that in court. So they lost a lot of money on that. Then the whole acquisition with Bethesda and all these other acquisitions and buying studios and some games that they flopped, like Redfall and many others. So they certainly have lost money, of course. So they don't want to do that. They don't want to gamble the money. Remember, they're in the business of making money. And from a business standpoint of view, as a company who's trying to survive, I get it what they're doing. Like I said, I'm trying to play a devil's advocate. I'm trying to put myself in a corporate shoes. Okay, if I want to put myself in a corporate shoes, then I'll understand their perspective. But if I put myself in my shoes, then of course I will not like it because they're not doing any favors to us poor people, poor schmucks, right? Like me. And you. I'm sure there's a lot of poor people out there. I cannot be the only one. So that's the way I look at it. It's like you have to look at it from a neutral point of view, not from just one side of the view, right? And again, I disagree with them raising the price. I never agreed on it, but I understand what they're doing. So now, what I'm trying to say, the whole point of this video, 20-minute video, me watching this Developer Direct 26 really has cleared the air for me to understand what Xbox is. And now that I know what they are and what they're all about, now it's easier for me to like go with the flow, if you will. What they say, the tide comes and goes. You can't control them all. Go with the flow. So I get it. I understand. And I think everyone at this point is I think everyone at this point understands, well, this is what Xbox is all about. This is what this company is all about. We just have to accept that. And that's the way it is. Like I said, take the bad with the good and good with the bad. People say, well, what about us who have a Xbox Series X console and Series S console? Well, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a little bit more convenient versus using a PC, because with a PC, there's the Windows, there's the updates. You have to update this, you have to update that. There's all these other updates you have to go through. It's a little bit of a hassle. But consoles are a little bit more convenient. You just plug it into your TV, turn on the power on the console, and voila, there you go. You're good to go. So you have a choice. That's why these consoles are there, because it's convenience. So if you have an Xbox Series X, or if you purchased the Xbox Series X during a holiday season of 2025, well, hey, man, enjoy it. Especially if you got the 2 terabyte version. You got 2 terabytes in there, right? Hey, man, it's convenient. Turn the power on. You get your games there. It's all there. It's very convenient. I'm sure you will benefit from Game Pass 100%. But just don't think of your console as superior than PlayStation 5 or superior than Nintendo Switch. Just don't don't think of your console as the best there is, because it's not. It's just a choice, convenient choice that you have to use an Xbox or Asus ROG Li X. I have Asus ROG Li, not the super expensive one, but the $600 one. I got the white one. That's the one that I've been using. But other than that, it's just a choice. That's really what it is right now at this point. When you look at the consoles, Xbox consoles, they're just a choice, and the choice is there for you to choose what you want to play, where you want to play, and if you want to play on a console, dude, like, hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you understand what you're getting into. And I think that's the whole point of this video, and that's why it's a little bit longer video. As long as you understand what you're getting into. I don't want you to purchase an Xbox Series X thinking that this is the best console ever. No, it's not. I also don't want you to purchase PlayStation 5 to say that this is the best console ever. Because it's not. Because there's a PC there. There's different ways you can play those PlayStation games. I want you to look at the gaming industry and where we are. We're in different times. Okay, this is not early 2000. This is not, those early days of PlayStation 2 and Dreamcast, right? And GameCube and Xbox original and 360, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Those days are over, all right? PlayStation 4 days, greatness awaits, all that stuff, it's pretty much, it's over. As long as you accept that, as long as you come to the terms with that, and you accept that, I think you'll have a better understanding on where we are as a gaming industry, and you can easily adapt to it. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll have an easier way to adapt to it. So what do I recommend? Like I said yesterday, honestly, right now building a PC is your best bet. And I want to end the video by saying this. With all these subscription services like Xbox Game Pass, EA Play Pro, GOG.com, Steam, Epic, right? We got Epic Games, Ubisoft Plus. When you look at all of these platforms on a PC, especially the big juggernaut, which is Steam, and the Game Pass, and all the other ones that I just mentioned, honestly, building a PC is probably the best investment right now. Buying a console, like I said, that's your choice. But just remember what you're getting into. Just understand what you're getting into. Okay. But if you really want a good investment, I'm telling you right now, buying a really good gaming laptop, it doesn't have to be all the bells and whistles, just something that can run 1440p, 120 hertz, man. All right, 1440p, 120 hertz, it's a sweet spot. It's more than enough. Okay, forget the 4K, all right? No one's playing native 4K. It's all deep learning, super sampling anyway. Or FSR, which is the AMD deep learning super sampling, similar to NVIDIA. So right now, I think building a PC is your best investment, or buying a really good gaming laptop that's going to last you for at least like 8 years or maybe 10 years. And then after that, you can upgrade again or build a desktop, with more powerful PC. Build a PC that's going to last you for at least like 10 years. And after 10 years, then of course, you'll save enough money and you'll be able to upgrade and purchase new GPU, new CPU, new motherboard, memory RAM, power supply, what have you. Or purchase a new gaming laptop. So that's what I think. That's where the investment is right now. I believe, honestly, the best investment right now in 2026, it's investing into a really good PC or building a really good PC. That's what I would recommend to everybody. But if you're somebody who wants the convenience of a console, hey, the choice is there too. You have that choice as well. But just remember with a console what you're getting into versus building a PC. Just imagine the value that you will get with a PC, and the amount of games that you can play, endless amount of games that you can play on a PC, and how you want to play it, right? When on an ultra wide screen, on a virtual reality, the way you can play it, and the amount of games that they have on PC, right? So think about that. Think about the value that you get with PC. And that's really where we are, honestly. And that's really what I'm trying to bring to your attention with this video. It's not so much me telling you what I think Xbox is. I think it's pretty obvious what the Xbox is. They're the service, and they are the corporation company that's selling their games to everyone, from Nintendo, PlayStation, everyone. Okay. As long as you buy their brand game that has a Microsoft logo on there, that's all they care about. As long as you subscribe to their subscription service, that's all they care about. But it's a win-win situation for them no matter which route you go. They don't care if you don't go with the Game Pass. They still know you're going to purchase this game. Well, it's still win-win situation for them. It's really a perfect storm. It's a win-win situation, and I don't blame them for doing this. You could say that, Phil Spencer, it's a genius. He is a marketing genius, and not only did he save the company back in 2013, but he also saved the company now in 2026 by making them even more money with this business, strategy that they have put forward. And that's honestly all I can say. But Forza Horizon 6 looks great. Fable looks great. Looking forward to Forza Horizon 6 and Fable. And that's really what I'm looking forward to. And there's another game called, I believe it's Beast Reincarnation, but I might check it out. Look, it's on Game Pass. People say to me, are you going to play the Beast Reincarnation? I'm like, well, why not? A Beast of Reincarnation. I was like, well, why not? Why not? Sure, why not? It's on Game Pass. Why not play it? See, that's what I'm saying. For $10, I get to play Fable, Forza Horizon 6, Beast of Reincarnation, and this other game called Kiln. Why not? It's included. Why not play it, right? I'm sorry that the video is, 28 minutes, but I really hope that you guys have a better understanding what Xbox is and what it's not. So that way, if you decide to purchase a console, you have a better understanding. And if you decide to build a PC, you also have a better understanding. But in my opinion, and I don't care which route you go, buying a console or a PC, but if you want my advice, the amount of money you will spend on a console, you are better off buying a gaming laptop. You're better off building your own PC. Honestly, you will have a much better investment by building a PC versus buying a console that costs close to $800. Or if you get the 2 terabyte version, it's like $900. So that's just my opinion. I think it's a better investment to just buy a decent gaming laptop. Doesn't have to be super powerful. Look what I'm doing with my Asus ROG Strix. Doesn't have to be super powerful, but it could be decent enough power to handle these games. Or you can just, build a desktop and, build a high-end premium, PC gaming experience with ultra-wide screen. So the choice is yours. I just think there's a better value, much better value with a PC versus you purchasing a console. That's honestly what I think. But anyway, you guys leave a comment. And again, I apologize for this video being so long. Hopefully at the end of this video, you guys will understand why it's half an hour. Because there was so much I needed to explain. There's so much I needed to say. So that way you guys are not confused. All right. And if you are confused, please leave me a comment down below, and I will do my best to reply to you if there's something about this video that you misunderstood. All right, well, also keep in mind, this is all my own opinions, just like everybody else. I have my own opinions, very subjective opinions, but I also want to leave a comment down below. I want to read what you guys think. What do you think of Xbox and the future of Xbox and in 2026 and beyond? And what are your thoughts on it? And let me know. I want to hear from you. Now that you know what I think, I also want to hear what you think. Thank you for watching.